What's up YouTube? So today we're going to be doing a little bit different of a video of what we're used to. Normally on my channel I've been putting out gaming content for Apex, Call of Duty, pretty much it. But anyways, I wanted to do a video on something I feel like that's not been touched on YouTube, or maybe like these videos haven't really gotten out there because all the big streamers and content creators that we see videos put out they kind of already made it, like they're kind of already up there. And I wanted to do a video on a streaming setup for a beginner, not somebody who's already made it and then they kind of like go back and like, oh, if I had to build a PC when I was starting out, this is what I would do. But maybe somebody who's like currently in the beginning stages of starting streaming like me, or starting content creation like me, and go over why I picked the PC I built, why I picked the monitor, why I picked the keyboard, the mouse, you get the point. The camera, the ring, why I have all these things I have, and how I use them. So today I'm gonna be going over, we're just gonna be sitting here having a conversation, going over why I have what I have, and there'll be some B-roll footages. I'm gonna include some links in the description to Amazon where I got the things, or the websites, or that I went through to build my PC, stuff like that. So let's get into it. So the first thing I'm going to go over is my PC. I think that's the most important thing to talk about, obviously, when getting into gaming. So let's go over the specs of my PC. I have them right here. So I actually bought my PC from a website called Skytech Gaming. It's kind of like iBuyPower, stuff like that. Like you pick the parts you want, you pick the processor, you pick the graphics card, and it kind of like bundles everything. And when I was doing the math on picking a PC, it was like $50 to $100 more expensive to just have them build it than to like buy all the parts separately and build it myself. And I'm not tech savvy enough to build my own PC. Anyways, from Skytech Gaming, the case I have for my PC is called a Prism 2. It has a lot of ventilation. That's why I picked this. And it has the mirrored glass and it's black and I like it. The CPU. So I went with the AMD Ryzen 9 5900X 12 core 3.7 processor. So picking Intel versus AMD is kind of user preference. I feel like there's a ton of articles out there like, oh, the AMD is better for gaming, the Intel's better for streaming, blah, blah, blah. I wanted a PC that could do it all. And let me preference that. I wanted something I could easily stream off of, easily record on OBS at the same time, and then also game at a higher frame rate. So I got, like I said, the Ryzen 9 5900X, and from the research I did, it could handle all those things, and it's going great so far. I'd highly recommend it. As far as the CPU cooler, it says it's a 360mm AIO. The motherboard is an X570. Some of these things I don't know what it means. I'm more or less just telling you what I have and what works for me. For RAM, I have 32 gigabytes. Particularly, it's called the Trident Z Neo RGB. So as you can see in some of the B-roll footage, I have the RGB lights and the RAM slots. Now it is 4 separate 8 gigabyte cards, so I don't have any room to upgrade my RAM storage. But 32 gigabytes might be overkill for what I'm doing. I don't know. But for streaming and gaming at the same time, I thought it was very necessary, and it is proven itself worthy. For the graphics card, now this is where I got lucky. So I bought my PC back in November of, what year is it? 2022. And, well, it's 2023. But last year I bought it. And I wanted a graphics card that was going to be able to do it all. So I knew the 4090s and all those were coming out soon, so I was like, okay, 4090s and that's going to come out soon, so the price of everything's going to drop. So I was able to snag for a great price in this build an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080 Ti. So that was top of the line, honestly. Well, right under top of the line. The 3090 is obviously better, but at the time it is a power horse. Like, it is crazy. And it does everything I needed to do. I've been super happy with it, and it's been awesome. I only have 1 terabyte of storage. I wish I would have upgraded for the 2 terabytes of storage, but it is a few $100s more. And it is SSD, solid state, so you don't have like the moving mechanic parts and stuff like that, which isn't a big deal if it's a PC, because the only benefit to having SSD is they kind of run the same, but if you have an external hard drive, There's moving parts when it's not SSD, and when it's SSD, it's one chip to my understanding. So if you like have storage on it and it's plugged into your computer and you're like blah 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 editing videos and stuff, you don't really want to move it with a moving part, so you can like mess it up. But I highly recommend maybe doing more than 1 TB because I've always run into storage issues and need to buy more external storage. For my power supply, I have a 1,000 watt 80 plus gold, works great, and Windows 10, blah blah blah. So yeah, so that's my PC. For a starting streamer, I highly recommend just going ahead and just go ahead and buy something that's going to work for you for a while. Don't save up, wait those few extra months to get into streaming, and just go ahead and buy something that's going to be able to handle gaming, streaming, all of it, so you don't have to like within the next year like upgrade. You know, I don't see myself upgrading my PC for a long time now. This is going to last me a while. Okay, so next we're going to get into what monitor I have. The name of the monitor is the LG Ultra Gear gaming monitor. It's the 27-inch. It has 165 hertz refresh rate, 1 millisecond MBR. It's got the HDR. It's the AMD FreeSync Black. It ran me a few $100s, but it's been worth it. I will say this. Now that I have a PC with a 3080 Ti in it, this monitor doesn't work up to its full potential. What a monitor does, but the monitor isn't a good peripheral for the PC I have, because when I'm playing Call of Duty now and I'm streaming, I'm getting 260 to 300 frames per second. But because I have a 165 hertz refresh rate on this monitor, I can't max over 160 FPS in my games. Apex, anything I'm playing. And I really feel like I'm missing out on some visuals. It doesn't really affect my gameplay, I feel like, as much. Well, it probably does. I don't even realize it. And so I'm looking into possibly purchasing a 360 hertz monitor soon. They're really expensive. If y'all have any recommendations for 360 hertz, I'd really be happy if you could drop it in the comments to let me know if you're gaming on one, if you did see a significant difference from jumping from one monitor to the other. So I don't know what it's like to game on one. But for a starting streamer, getting a 165 hertz, 230 hertz is honestly perfectly fine. It does, especially if you're not into FPS games. Like, I don't think it really matters that much. That might just be me. If you're just gaming for fun, playing Minecraft, things like that. But if you're playing Valorant, Apex, Warzone, things like that, definitely might want to eventually look into investing into a nicer monitor. But that's what I went for. As far as the sizing, I think 27-inch is the perfect size for a monitor. 24, I don't know. I get the pro gamers are gaming on 24-inch monitors, but for me, it's just not it. It's too small. It doesn't look good on the desk, in my opinion. And yes, I do only have one monitor. Despite that, I do have a MacBook that I have sitting on my desk, and I just open the screen. I stream on Twitch a few times a week. Check it out in the description, Thrifty Jacks. But I use my MacBook. I open it to Streaming Manager, and then that's pretty much it. I can see my chat. I can see what's going on. I can see myself. I can see how my the latency of my stream, if I'm losing frames, stuff like that. And it's worked out perfectly for me, so it's not really that big of an issue. Now, one of the most important things I feel like when it comes to streaming is audio and visual. So I want to go over audio first. So for audio, you can see here, I have the Elgato Wavelink mic. Amazing mic. I can't remember the price of it. I believe it's 100, 150. I might be wrong. Links are in the description. I don't know. I'm talking into it right now. And it comes with software like the Elgato Wavelink software, where you can do some mixing, where you can mix your Spotify sounds for stream, your desktop sounds, your in-game sounds, your Discord sounds. Like, you can do all your audio mixing within the mic software, which I think was huge for me. And then you can carry those over to OBS. It's a very affordable mic, I feel like, for somebody who's getting into streaming. I used to have this small little Razer mic that looked like a half a corn dog. It was weird. Didn't sound the best. I used it on console. It sounds great for console because everybody just has the headset mics, but that's pretty much it. As far as mic goes, I do have the Elgato Wavelink like boom arm. I don't have the one, as you can see, that kind of like goes like up and down. Mine kind of like is the low profile version is what it's called. Also link in the description. And that has been awesome. I love how it looks in my setup. It fits perfectly under my monitor, and I can like move my mic around and put it hang 10, adjust it to my mouth, and I've got the perfect distance. And it isn't like, I like how it looks when the mics come down, but this was a cheaper option at the time, so I went with it. So it's very affordable. There are cheaper mic boom arms on Amazon, so I would check those out as well. I kind of like spoiled myself, and aesthetically I like the look at this one because it hides the cables really well and it has the magnets built in, so that's why I went that route. So as far as visuals, you see me. I didn't buy anything separate to get into my visuals because I already had a camera. I did a little photography, blah blah blah, back in the day. Not good at it, but anyways. And I already had a Sony A6400 from a trip I took in Thailand last year. I bought it. It was a super compact camera, is why I liked it, and the video quality of it's really good. It is a lot more expensive than a webcam. Like I said, I already had this camera prior to starting streaming, and it's worked out great. I mean, you can see, I think the quality of the streams are fantastic with this camera. So I had to, however, I had to buy a what's it called? The Elgato capture card for it that just plugs into the back of my PC. I'll show a video of it now, in order to get the full effects of the camera, because when you just plug your DSLR or mirrorless camera into your computer, you can use this the Sony software in order to record, but it's trash. You've got to buy a capture card, and I highly recommend Elgato one. Elgato is known for their capture cards. Everybody talks about them. They're the best. Simple as that. Next, let's get into lighting. So lighting, I pretty much just have a ring light. I have an Elgato. This sounds like an Elgato sponsorship. I have an Elgato ring light. The Elgato ring light is awesome. You can adjust the lighting for it. It has a camera mount on it, so my Sony camera is sitting directly in the middle of it, and it just perfectly, I feel like I would enjoy more lighting on each side of me coming in to light the sides of my face, but I think the ring light does a great job of that. I have this one light back here. This is just a Philips Hue bulb. I'm not big. When I first got into streaming, I thought I needed all the RGB lights, and I bought these. If you've probably seen on my shorts or TikTok or things like that, I bought these like RGB bulb lights to go around my whole room, and it did create some really good lighting. It just looked so ugly in my room, and you couldn't see it on stream, but it was just like cords hanging and stuff like that, and I just didn't really enjoy it. I'm more of a minimalistic person, and so I'm kind of just happy with good quality face lighting, and then just maybe a little lighting in the back. Always one day, if I move into a bigger place, I will add more lighting to my setup and work on my background a little bit more. But as of right now, I'm completely satisfied. As far as peripherals go, honestly, I'm gonna keep this section super short. I have the keyboard that came with my PC. I have the mouse that came with my PC. Sony earbuds. I don't like how headsets look. I don't like how they feel on me. It makes my face look weird. The headset hurts my ears. I'm a controller gamer, so I don't care about my keyboard. I don't care about mouse. User's preference. Pick the mouse you want. Pick the keyboard you want. Cheaper method, use one that came with a PC. Easy as that. Or just play on roller. And the last thing I'm going to go over are two really important things that you really should think about. One is getting a good desk. I got this desk on Amazon back on a Black Friday, probably like 2 years ago. It cost me around like $70. I like the birchwood color on the top, the white legs. But it's a sturdy desk, really sturdy. Listen, these PCs ain't light now. Monitors ain't light. All this stuff on your desk ain't light. Get you a sturdy desk. Get you a wide desk. I'd love to upgrade my desk one day once I get more monitors and stuff like that, if that happens. But as of right now, it works perfectly for me. Originally, I think the desk was $150. Y'all go on Amazon, look up reviews, wait for deals. That's what I did. So I got a steal on this desk. It only cost me about $70. The next thing that goes with a desk is a great chair. So for my chair, I have the Herman Miller Mira 1. So I'm a fan of Herman Miller. In my full-time line of work, what I do, the organization I work for, we use Herman Miller desk chairs, and that's where I kind of got like hooked on them. Here's the key. During COVID, a lot of people were working from home. a lot of people. So we're buying like good ergonomic desk chairs. Working from home is kind of starting to die out. It's still a thing, but there's still a lot of people who spent crazy money on these desk chairs. They don't need them. And especially if you live in like big cities, people are constantly moving. They want to bring these big chairs with them. They might just buy another one. Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. I got this Herman Miller Mira 1 chair. The Mira 2 is out now, but the Mira 1 is the exact same, trust me. It's super comfy. I can sit here for hours. It doesn't bother me. And it's not really a big issue. I think originally these chairs are like $1,200. Yo, I got this chair for $200. Like, looks perfect condition. I've had it for over a year now. I love this chair. I will not be spending money to buy a new chair. Like, I will always use this chair. So $200, like, it's a good deal. So invest in a good desk, invest in a good chair. Those are the two things I can tell you, because they will last you a long time, and you don't have to upgrade them because they're not technology, they're not tech, they're not coming out with new ones. A good chair is a good chair, a good desk is a good desk. So that concludes our video for today. Like I said, this is not normally the content I do, but I really thought it was important to get an inside look of somebody who's currently in the works of trying to make it as a streamer, trying to make it as a content creator. As of right now, this is what I like. This is what works for me. Everything's gonna work different for other people, but I wanted to give y'all a better understanding of what I'm working on right now and why it works. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you have an amazing day or night, whatever time it is. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button. It really helps me out. And drop a comment if you have any questions. Hope you have a great day or night. Take it easy. Peace.